Hello, Mark Crossfield here. Old school, new school test up time. Getting a lot of people to ask me to do the review on the Callaway Big Bertha V Series Fairway wood, which I've done. But in the video, they saw me comparing it up with an old style Warbird, and lots of calls for me to hit both clubs and show you the data. So we've done that in this video. We're going to show you some numbers on the V Series Callaway with the old retro style looks compared to my old Big Bertha Warbird fairway. So let's show you how they differ, if they do. Are you getting all this extra distance? Are you getting all this extra stability? Let's test them. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, lots of you asking for this one, Callaway Big Bertha V Series Fairway wood, hitting up against your Callaway. I've got a strong three here, so it's not exactly the most scientific test. They're not going to be the same loft. The Big Bertha Warbird, my 3 Plus. Now, if you look at the two, you've got the similarities in the sole plate. The V Series has gone back to this kind of Warbird design, which I included in a video of the original V Series. If you're looking for a review on that one, search the channel, I've done that. This is the compare. They showed them this club in the video and they said hit them both, let's see the different distances. So we've got the Titleist Pro V1 balls, Pro V1 X's I use, and my GC2. I'm going to present some real ball data at the end of this video to show you the differences. Let's just talk a bit about the looks and the feel as I hit them. Obviously black to the silver. The V Series looks bigger down by the ball. I don't know what the CC is, but it looks and presents bigger down by the ball. The black face, the white grooves definitely shows up better than the all grey design of the older one. The older one, I mean, I used to hit this club so well. I've got good memories of hitting this club, but what I like about the new one is it brings back those memories but offers some modern kind of build, design and friendliness as I would see it. So let's hit a couple and see how they feel, and then we'll present to you some data on the real balls. So the shaft in this one is longer, so I'd expect this to go further. I do feel if I put the length of shaft in this into that, I wouldn't be able to hit that because the head just looks so small down by the ball. So let's just hit this one. Now this one to me just feels so easy to hit. I love the old Warbird design. It makes me feel like I can really get down into the ground from different lies with this sole, which is what I liked about the original one. Even if that is scientifically not the fact, it gives me those feelings. From the deck or the tee, this one does just feel really easy. Black face to the white score lines on it as well look great for lining up. And it just gives me the flight I would want to see with these balls, with this club. It's easy for me to get up in the air, but I do feel like I could keep it down as well. It's everything I would want a free wood to do, which is what I said pretty much in the original review. And if you look at the numbers on it, it does, even from the numbers, what pretty much I want a free wood to do. Now, let's see how that feels and compares to my old faithful. I mean, it feels heavier. I don't know what the weight is, but I'm sure it is heavier with this shaft in. This is the Uniflex Memphis 10 shaft. Back in the days when Callaway used to put Uniflex shafts in clubs. Why would they do that? Ping did that as well. Why would they do that? Maybe they didn't know in those ancient days that shaft flex made next to no difference. Shocking. Tap, tap, tap. I can hear you all. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, I made myself cough then. I'm gonna have to get a drink. All right, I'm back. Tap, 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 shaft flex. So it's interesting, isn't it? They put Uniflex in there. I wonder why they did that. They must have not known anything. But right, so let's give this one a hit. There's a little interlude there. It looks so much smaller down by the ball than the old one. It brings back some great memories, but I wouldn't want this club being any longer. It's a very different sound. It's a similar flight. It looks lower to me. I don't feel like I would climb this up in the air as well as that one, which does then make me feel that I'm going to lose a bit of distance. We've got a little visitor here. Goodbye. Let's give it another hit. It's such a duller sound off the face as well, which I would always interpret into feeling like it's not going as far, even if that is the case or not. We'll look. We'll hit that well. And it's a duller sound. It's a nice sound, but it's much duller. I love this club still. I could play this club, but I do feel like it would leave a big gap between my driver and my 3 wood, which I wouldn't be too happy with. Let's look at the numbers. Let's see what the difference is between the old and the new. Let's see if it's going 200 yards further. Let's check these numbers out. Right guys, numbers time. We've got old versus the new. Let's look at these numbers. So we're using Pro V1X balls, GC2 HMT, so in the real balls. Now we've got, if we go, let's go with the V series to start us off. It's 223 average carry, topping out at 235, obviously on a better hit. Hit 5 shots with each club because I hit a few ropey ones to start with the V series and it dropped down to 210 when I was hitting Healy kind of low cutty shots. Now, Warbird, the older technology, if you like, the older club, 211 yards average carry. So quite a difference there in the carry of the two clubs, dropping down to 201. So 9 yards difference in the two drop down miss hits, and topping out at 222 where the other one's topping out at 235. So you can see there's some significant gains, isn't there, in distance from the new to the old. Things you've got to remember, this isn't obviously the most scientific of tests. You've got different shafts in the two clubs, which people will mention. One's steel, one's graphite, so there's difference in the weight. Slightly different lengths in the shaft as well. The modern one is longer. Now, if the older Warbird head was as long as the modern one, I just wouldn't feel comfortable hitting it. The head is so small compared in its the way it sits down at the ball compared to the new one, and feels so less stable than the new one. If you made that shaft any longer, I think I would have to hit 20 shots to get some decent data in there. The new one is much easier to hit. It performs better across the whole face, and it does go further for me on those centered hits, which you can see. Most people's conception of distance is so wrong. I know people won't like this, but lots of people, many gap testings I do, and people who have bought game golf, which I've talked about recently, they say things like it's inaccurate with its distances. It's people's ideas of how far they hit the ball through the air, carry, which these numbers are often quite wrong. So what happens is when I get tweets and people saying, oh, they're hitting one driver 40 yards further than another, well, that's not the drive. 40 yards is not coming on any modern day driver unless you're hitting them much better than the other one, or the other one is considerably older or ill fit for you. But 40 yards is just, that kind of stuff isn't coming out of clubs. For me, out of those two clubs, there would be no competition on which one I'd put in my bag. No competition. I'm going to put the V series in all day long. It's easy to hit. It's more stable on the miss hits, and it is going further. Why would I not buy into that? Why would I not buy into that extra length and that extra stability? People who are looking for that kind of, you know, they want the older club to be better because obviously it's cheaper. You can pick them up on eBay for next to nothing. You are going to be sacrificing yards, and you're going to be sacrificing accuracy, and you're going to be sacrificing carry distance across the whole face, without a doubt. Interesting one for you there, guys. Not the most scientific test. I know there's ways you could do this slightly better, but it would take a lot of resources and a lot of money. I hit the two clubs like you asked. There they are. There are the numbers. It's no competition for me there. I would be buying a new one all day long. I just wouldn't even be. I like the old one. It looks nice. It reminds you of things, but it's not as easy to hit as the modern one. Post comments down below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. It'd be interesting to hear what you say about these compares. Thanks for watching, guys. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.